Aloha, namaste, sat sri akal, assalamu alaikum, and a very good morning to you all. My name is Priyanka Radhakrishnan, and I am a member of the New Zealand Parliament from the New Zealand Labour Party. I'm also a member of the Foreign Affairs, Defence and Trade Select Committee and Deputy Chair of the Social Services and Community Select Committee, and it's my honour to be your MC for part of today's summit. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome you all here this morning, and I hope you enjoyed your morning tea. Thank you so much for being here today for the India-New Zealand Business Council Summit 2018. Now I'd like to get us started by inviting the following speakers up on stage. Mr. Bhav Dhillon, Mr. Mark Johnston, His Excellency Mr. Sanjeev Kohli, Honourable Jenny Salesa, Mr. Fletcher Tabuto, Mr. Andrew Harrison and Mr. Suresh Nair. Let me begin as they take their seats by introducing the Honorary Consul of India to Auckland and INZBC Treasurer, Mr. Bhav Dhillon. Now, Mr. Dhillon, as we all know, wears multiple hats. He's a social entrepreneur, philanthropist. He's the director of companies that have varied interests in publishing, property, and the media. He's the managing director of CEMEX and chairman of the iconic Kiwi Indian Hall of Fame that celebrates the achievements of trailblazers within the Kiwi Indian community. Mr. Dhillon has played an important role in strengthening the New Zealand-India relationship and has accompanied former Prime Minister Sir John Key on high-level delegations to India, both in 2011 and 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome Mr. Bhav Dhillon.
Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you for the lovely introduction. It's a real honor and privilege to be here and open the 5th annual INZBC Summit. So before I get into a little bit of detail, I would like to acknowledge a few dignitaries who are with us. So I would like to very warmly welcome Honourable Minister Jenny Salesa, who is representing the New Zealand government here today. So we welcome you, Minister, and let's all put our hands together and welcome Minister Salesa. We would also like to extend a very warm welcome to His Excellency Shri Sanjeev Kohli, the High Commissioner of India. We also would like to welcome Fletcher Tabuto, who has also recently joined us on the dais, and all our sponsors and all the supporters of INZBC. And I would like to specifically mention the people who have supported us to put this event together, which is the High Commission of India, Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade, and then our strategic partners who support us all the way through, which is Westpac Bank, Welltech, Fiteria, NZTE, Auckland Airport, Incredible India, and Jet Airways, which is our airline partner, and our hospitality partner, which is Pullman, and of course our industry partners, which is Aviation New Zealand and FICCI. I would also like to give a very warm welcome to all the delegates who have come all the way from India as part of the FICCI delegation to be here and exchange ideas and cross-pollinate business and grow trade and linkages between New Zealand and India. So a little bit about INZBC. India-New Zealand Business Council was formed well over 30 years ago. It has all the major leading industry players as members. It is one of the most active business councils, I've been told by others about it, and we take a lot of pride in putting very good quality events to improve trade and bilateral relationship between India and New Zealand. So we are a not-for-profit organization, and we are also a very democratic organization, and we have a very robust board which continues to reinvent itself and reinvigorate itself as time goes by. And all our board has years of experience in this space of India-New Zealand trade, and thus they are key stakeholders for international trade development between India and New Zealand, and we work fairly closely with both the governments of India and New Zealand. So this business council strives to help the industry to engage, interact, and grow together to make things happen at a larger level. And we have been organizing these annual summits since 2014. One thing which we've decided is not to host events which become just flag-waving events, and we talk about how to do business with New Zealand for Indians, or how to do business with India for New Zealand businesses. So we have actually graduated from that. And now, whenever we put an event, we try and deliver real value and real takeaways. So people, when they leave the room, they learn something new and some real takeaways happen. So in these summits also, for those who've not been part of our summits in the past years, just letting you know, we've had a focused summit on IT, then we had a focused summit on education, and then we have a focus summit on agri-tech, and this year our focus is on aviation, tourism, and technology. Throughout the year also we do a series of events which we badge as India Unplugged, and they happen almost every 2 months, and in that also we talk about we drill down real issues, what the industry is facing when they deal with India and New Zealand. To give an example, we talk about IP, we talk about how a new company can be formed, and we talk about taxes, then we talk about how capital can be repatriated. So each session or each event is very well focused on that. Last year we also took a delegation to the Indian capital in the food and beverage sector and participated in a very large show there, which was run by the Trade Promotion Council of India. And we have very good relationships with all the major chambers back in India as well. So next year, again, we are taking a similar delegation. So this year, I don't need to talk much about the potential of aviation and tourism. We've got a lineup of spectacular speakers who are going to talk about what is the potential and how we can improve our linkages and businesses between India and New Zealand on the areas of tourism and aviation. And in the, towards the end, I would also like to welcome all the officials of MFAT and High Commission of India who are here, all the officials of NZTE who are here, and all the members of Parliament who are in this room, Mr. Kamaljeet Singh Bakshi. I would also like to acknowledge Priyanka Radhakrishnan, who does a great job and has kindly consented to be the MC for the evening. And in the end, I would like to, on a little emotional note, one of our colleagues who is very dear to many of our hearts in this room, who has had a very great impact on the India-New Zealand relationship and also on the India-New Zealand Business Council, was Mr. Wenceslas Anthony, who is not here with us due to God's wish. And today is his birthday, so I just wanted to acknowledge him also on this. And once again, welcome everybody, and hope you have a great time. Thank you.